So the next type of virus, the 16th type, is called as a logic bomb viruses. A logic bomb is a virus that is triggered by a response to an event, such as launching an application or when a specific date time is reached, where it involves logic to execute the trigger. For example, cyber criminals use spyware to covertly install a keylogger onto your computer. The keylogger can capture keystrokes such as usernames and passwords. The logic bomb is designed to wait until you visit a website that requires you to log in with your credentials, such as banking site or a social networking site. Consequently, the logic bomb will be triggered to execute the keylogger, capture your credentials, and send them to a remote attacker. When a logic bomb is programmed to execute on a specific date, it is referred to as a time bomb. Time bombs are usually programmed to set off when important dates are reached, such as Christmas or Valentine's Day. Next type, 17th type, is web scripting viruses. It uses the vulnerability of a web browser through website. It can steal information from web browser. This propagates faster than any other viruses. Two types of web scripting viruses: persistent and non-persistent. Non-persistent viruses attack you without your knowledge. In case of a persistent virus, your cookies are directly stolen and the attacker can hijack your session, which allows the attacker to impersonate you and cause severe damage. The best way to prevent these viruses and exploits are by safely validating untrusted HTML inputs, enforcing cookie security, disabling scripts, and using scanning services such as the antivirus program with real-time protection for your web browser. Modern day browsers have add-ons such as Ad Blocker Plus, which allows users to prevent scripts from being loaded. 18th type is email viruses. Email virus refers to computer code sent to you as an email attachment, which, if activated, will result in some unexpected and usually harmful effects, such as destroying specific files on your hard disk and causing the attachment to be emailed to everyone in your address book. To avoid email virus attacks, you should never open or double click on an email attachment unless you know who sent it and what the attachment contains. In addition, you must install and use antivirus software to scan any attachments before you open it. Next type is armored viruses. Armored viruses are viruses that are designed to confuse or trick deployed antivirus systems to prevent them from detecting the actual source of infection. These viruses make it difficult for antivirus program to trace the actual source of attack. They trick antivirus programs by showing some other location, even though they're actually on the same system itself. The following techniques are adopted by armored viruses: anti-disassembly. Anti-disassembly is a technique that uses specially crafted code or data in a program to produce an incorrect program listing by disassembly analysis tools. Anti-debugging techniques are used to ensure that a program is not running under the debugger. This can slow down the process of reverse engineering, but it cannot be prevented. Anti-heuristics. Okay, before explaining what is this, I would like to give some information about heuristic analysis. So antiviruses perform something called as heuristic analysis by executing the programming commands of a questionable program or script within a specialized virtual machine. It checks the behavior of the file for common virus activities such as replication, file overrides, and attempts to hide the existence of the suspicious files. If one or more of the virus-like action is detected, it is flagged as potential virus and the user is alerted. Another way is to decompile the program and analyze the machine code by comparing this code with known viruses and virus-like activities. If a certain percentage of the code matches, then it is flagged and warned to the user. So this type of virus makes it confusing for the analyzer even if they decompile and examine the machine code. So, anti-heuristics are used in machine code to prevent the heuristic analysis, and they rely on program's ability to protect itself from programmer and debugger intervention. Anti-emulation Anti-emulation techniques are used to avoid dynamic analysis by fingerprinting the emulated system environment. They can also secure intellectual property against emulation-assisted reverse engineering. Anti-GOAT Anti-GOAT techniques use heuristic rules to detect possible GOAT files such as virus that cannot infect a file if it is too small or if it contains a large amount of do-nothing instructions. Anti-GOAT viruses require more time for analysis. Some information about GOAT files. A GOAT file is a sacrificial program file used in computer virus testing. This file will be executed when the suspicious file is injected in the memory to check if the GOAT file gets impacted. Anti-GOAT armored virus can detect the GOAT files and do nothing so that it misleads to believe that it is not a malicious code. It does this by checking the file size, number of do nothing instructions, etc. Add-on viruses. Add-on viruses append their code to the host code without making any changes to the letter or relocate the host code to insert their code at the beginning. Intrusive Intrusive viruses. Intrusive viruses overwrite the host code completely or partly with the viral code. Unlike add-on virus, this one overwrites the code. If you can picture the original code in a memory of 100 bytes, this virus, for example, occupies some percentage of the code. The overall size remains the same. Whereas in add-on code, the overall program size increases after the virus adds itself. Direct action or transient viruses. Direct action virus transfers the control of the target program to itself, where the virus wherever it resides in the memory. The life of the transient virus is proportional to the host file life. At the time of execution, the virus might spread to other programs. Terminate and stay resident (TSR) viruses. This is opposite of the direct action or transient virus. This remains permanently after the target host program is terminated.